Welcome to Solace in the Facts. Steven Salas here. I made it. First episode. We fucking did it, boys. We did it. Yeah. I've been meaning to kind of start this for a little while, but computer parts don't just buy themselves. Okay. Shit isn't cheap. You can only give so many reach arounds to get discounts. You know what I mean? Just doesn't work all the time. So just got my shit together. I'm honestly still kind of forming this as we go. Just kind of quickie podcasts. I don't know, 15 minutes, hour. I don't fucking know what we're shooting for. I'm literally just going off the cuff here, so bear with me. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a hot minute, so it's nice to get out there. And now I can just start talking shit like the rest of them, you know? Don't get me wrong, I'm no Joe Rogan, but god damn it, I think I can do okay to an extent. I'm good at dick jokes, so we'll see how it goes. But one of the big reasons I started doing this too is I started doing Uber about a year ago. All this COVID nonsense, I'm sure everybody's lives have gotten flipped upside down, but that was something that I planned on doing for a little while, and it just sort of extended a little longer than I thought. And it's pretty interesting, the creatures that come out, especially at nighttime for the Uber. The amount of therapeutic sessions, I guess we could call them, I've encountered as an Uber driver. I should have my credentials by now. I'm going to be honest. I think I should be getting some kind of monetary value for this fucking input that I'm giving to these people. I'm giving them gold, okay? But then again, you also get some strange convos, which tends to be kind of in the last 5 minutes. I want to say it was on a Bobby Lee podcast where he said shit gets weird when people essentially figure out they're never going to talk to you again and they just start unloading shit on you. That's fucking true. And yeah, sorry. Just got caught up thinking about some of the loops I've gone through with people. Fucking weird, man. Okay, so the one I'm talking about right now, this just happened a few days ago. And I kind of want to hear what others have to say about this. Just curious, food for thought. Talking to this guy, things are going great. Fantastic, super civil conversation. I mean, he gets in the car. I got a Dragon Ball Z decal on my window. He sees that shit. We start nerding out. We start talking about UFC. We're going in it, okay? And then I look down, and 6-7 minutes left to go before I got to drop this guy off. And that's when it happens. There's just like a switch that flips in people where they're like, you know what? I can traumatize this guy and I won't have to deal with it. So let's just fucking go in. I got to say some shit. So we're talking. He asked me if I got a lady. I was like, well, kind of just doing my thing out here, trying to get more, stable first. The common answer you give somebody. And from that, he took it upon himself to let me know. He's like, yeah, I got a lady. It's her birthday coming up. I think I'm going to get her a surprise. It's like, cool, man. That's great. That's how you keep a relationship going. I'm thinking, flowers, chocolates, a kid. I don't fucking know. A baby with a car in it. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about here. So many things are possible. But he drops, no, man. I think I'm going to surprise her with anal. Okay. I don't know this dude. I don't know the relationship, but there are two words I just don't think go together very well. Surprise anal. Now, lots of surprises in the world. Like I said, chocolate, cars, a baby with a car in it, whatever the fuck you want it to be, okay? Anal, though? Hey, you know what? I don't know the relationship. Like I said, maybe she's just a fanny bandit and they're all about it. And she's just like, yeah, give it. I'm totally down. You don't even have to tell me about it. So I try to give the benefit of the doubt here, just like, all right, it's fine. Cool. So at this point, he's already opened the floodgates. I don't even feel bashful about asking questions. I'm like, cool. So you guys do that all the time, huh? No. This is going to be the first time. Hey. Now, I gotta be honest. I didn't ask him, as far as anal goes, what was going on. So I was just like, okay, so right out the gate, as far as the anal, there's 2 avenues you can be traveling down here. I really need to know which one it is so that I can kind of navigate through this conversation properly. So I'm like, are you giving or are you taking? And he's just like, no, man, I'm not taking it. Okay. I'm talking about, I'm going to give her anal. I'm like, okay, got it. Fair enough. Very reasonable reaction when someone says they're going to put something in your butt without letting them know about it. Okay. So I'm like, cool. Have you guys been talking about this or something? Like, is this something you're going to just like ease into conversation and just work your way in? Because at this point, I'm invested. I got to know what's the game plan here. You know, what's the X's and O's on the board? How are we going to get to this touchdown? That's really what it's all about. I want to get into the mind of the murderer. You know what I mean? And so he tells me, nah, I think maybe I'm just going to slip it in. And here's the thing, okay? I'm not a butt guy. I'm not really into butt stuff personally. But even I know you don't just put it in all willy-nilly. No pun intended on that. Willy included. It doesn't sound nice. Doesn't even feel like it's a good enough word to encapsulate the vibe I'm trying to go for. It just feels like you would do that to someone in prison or, you know, that you don't care about, not someone you're potentially trying to marry or, you know, have a kid with that has to look at you in the eye for the next 18 plus years. So I was taken aback. I'm like, whoa, okay, let me get this straight. You are telling me you're going to just casually, while you're having sex, I'm assuming, you know, from the back, just like pop it out and just put it in the garage. And he says, yeah. And I'm like, how are you going to play that off? You know, like what's the game plan here? Are you guys drunk, sober? Even still, what are you doing? You're going to act like a confused Uber driver and be like, I meant to take a left on 73rd and I ended up in your asshole. This is so awkward. This never happens. How do you pull that off? You don't just fall into someone's asshole. There's a little resistance. Like, you can't just play that off, especially sober. Here's the thing, okay? If Ray Charles can tell the difference between the muddy hole and the honey hole, you don't have any excuses. There it is, okay? I feel like this is just a public service announcement at this point to all guys. Surprise anal? Not cool, all right? Just get her some flowers, you know? I don't know, anal beads, just to start it off at least. Don't just go fucking full force, all right? You don't just start Fast and the Furious with Fast and the Furious 10. No. You know why? Because it's trash. You want to watch the first 2 or 3 so you have a reason to watch the rest, all right? You don't just shove it in there like a fucking anarchist and expect, oh yeah, this is going to go well. They can't run because my penis is in her ass. It's like, what? Man? And I'm not trying to go overboard, but I am like honestly taken aback at this point because I am just flabbergasted that this guy is so casually ready to traumatize and pay for the therapy that he's going to induce on this poor woman. Because it sounds like to me she wasn't into it, so he's just going to put it in. So I'm like, okay, man, you know, we got like 3 minutes left in the ride at this point. I'm like, shit, let's just go there. Well, let's say she put a dildo in your ass in the middle of sex. How would you react? And of course, not well, because anytime something enters your body and you don't know it's coming, it's pretty awkward, especially when it's in your ass. So, not to mention the fact, I'm just now thinking about this, what if homegirl didn't even have time to prepare? What if they went to Taco Bell or just the most delicious, dank Mexican restaurant in town, and you go in there and you're pulling out chimichangas? You know what I mean? God. All right. I'm oddly kind of hungry, but also disgusted. But yeah, that was it, and that was pretty much all that really happened. We sort of split after I asked him what he would do if somebody put something in his butt, because apparently that made me gay for bringing that up. I don't know. That was just the vibe. It's like, I don't put stuff in my butt. That's weird, bro. Yeah, yeah. You just talked about violating your lady and pretending like it was an accident, but I'm the asshole. Hmm. Hmm. Also, since we're talking about assholes, I've noticed that the UK just lifted their mask mandate. That's fucking dope, huh? Good for them. I obviously it's only because homeboy got caught partying without a mask, but you know what? Good for the UK. Just takes one asshole to ruin it for everybody, but once in a while, it just takes one asshole to save everybody. I don't know where I was going with that. He's an asshole. He got caught. Fuck that guy. And I guess that's about it. We're just going to call this one a quickie. So, a little 10-minute podcaster. Episode 1 in the books. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Let's try this shit again, huh? All right, you beautiful motherfuckers. Love y'all.